Yo, everybody, listen. Welcome back to the channel. This is Man United Central. Guys, listen. It's another day, another news, happening at Manchester United. We may see, we may get our first here we go when it comes to the signing of a player. If I'm not mistaken, anytime soon, maybe by end of tonight or early tomorrow, right? Who is that player? I'll let you know in a second. First of all, if you're new here, I'm your boy Luther. Smash the like, smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so. And listen, let's jump into Matthias de Ligt, right? According to reports, Fabrizio Romano, right, has saying that he's reporting that Matthias de Ligt has given green light to Manchester United, right, for a move after direct contact with his camp, right? Personal terms are not an issue, and his agent Pimenta is only negotiating with Manchester United. Priority for the player is basically to move to Manchester United. So right now it's up to Man United and Bayern, who are engaging in talks to come up with with an agreement, right? So basically, these things, the way it works out is this: the player first of all needs to agree that they wanna make the move, right? For example, if right now we hear that okay, PSG, they're coming in for Rashford, they can put the money on the table, but if the player does not say, you know what, I'm willing for a move, it's not happening, right? We saw that the same thing, for example, last time when we were trying to go for Frankie de Jong, right? United were all over him, blah, 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 blah. It didn't happen because he wanted to stay, right? So this deal with Matthias de Ligt, you know, it's clear that he's willing to come to United, right? So according to other reports here, this is from Chris Wheeler. It's saying that look, talks are progressing well between Manchester United and Bayern Munich over the deal for Matthias de Ligt, which is worth 42 million plus add-ons, right? So now the other reports, if that 42 million, if I'm not mistaken, is actually let me see here. So the package, so basically the package is 42 million, and the league is open for a move, of course. Now the overall cost of the deal is lower, right, than United anticipated when the Ligt first came under consideration, because everybody was saying, look, Man United again, we're going to be caught paying crazy money for this guy, but the deal is lower. According to this is now Ben Jacobs is saying like, look, the way it looks is as if not as if Matthias de Ligt is willing to take a pay cut. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash the like as you're coming in, people. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, right? So, and the reason you're hitting the subscribe button is because we may get that first signing very soon. If it's not tonight, maybe by tomorrow we may get something from Mr. Here We Go himself, Fabrizio Romano, when it comes to this deal with Matthias de Ligt, because it looks like it's progressing very well. So, according to these reports, we see that, look, he's willing to come to United and also willing to take a pay cut. Imagine that, right? And because United, they don't want to offer, as far as weekly salary, right? They don't want to go for anything over 195K per week, right? So him agreeing to take a pay cut to join the Ten Hag revolution, to link up with his former boss, Eric Ten Hag. It's, I guess, all those things, and I believe Ten Hag already talked to him. He's willing to make that move and take the pay cut because, look, Juventus, it didn't really work out. Bayern, it didn't really work out as well. So he feels like, you know what, for me to rediscover myself and what I can do, let me go to rejoin my boss. And again, this is also positive because Ten Hag knows them. All right, he knows Matthias knows how Ten Hag likes to play, and obviously his aggression, Matthias de Ligt, the way his aggression, the way he plays at edge of the box, he works in conjunction very well with the way Lisandro Martinez plays. So all these are positives, and just the fact that also with Bayern eager to sell because they're looking to offload him. That way they can get some money in and they can go for their target, like what's his name, Tar, because that's what they're trying to get, right? So everything here is lined up, right? Because I'm seeing that who's this? This is Matthias. Okay, yeah. So Bayern are confident on agreeing with the deal here because they feel like, look, yeah, with the Ligt going out, they can bring in the player they want, and also like the Ligt will be, he will get the move that he's wanted, right? And everybody's going to be a win-win situation. And there's no other team that's being really pursuing Matthias de Ligt at the moment, not that I can see. So we are, front and center. It's just a matter of agreeing a deal, and we get that. Here we go. And one fact I see about Matthias de Ligt is, look, everywhere he goes, he usually wins. He wins the league. Like for example, when he was at Ajax, he won the league. He went to Juventus. Yeah, he won the league. Bayern, he won the league. So everywhere he goes, for some reason, he always wins something. Now, of course, I'm not gonna be crazy thinking that okay, he's gonna join United and then next season we're gonna be champions. It's not gonna happen. This is a project that Ten Hag, Ineos, Dan Ashworth are working on, which will take a while to put together. But one thing I can say is this: if United signed De Ligt for that 40 million euro, which is like 34 million pounds, it will show that there's a real turning point in ownership and structure at Man United, right? Because if we're putting our efforts in De Ligt, it means that we saw like, look, Everton trying to pull our pants down by asking that 70 million. United say, you know what, forget you, we're out of here. That it's a turning point because in the past we would have just said, you know what, here you go, take your 60 million, 70 million for Brantford because we really want him, right? So we get the Ligt for that cheap price that we didn't expect, that 40 million, whatever, and he comes in, he accepts a pay cut. Come on, that is some good negotiations right there because he means that he's going to come on board knowing like, look, this is what we expect from you, no crazy anticipation. So this is really good stuff. But also, according to Chris Wheeler, he's saying that, look, with United going for De Ligt, it's not like they like the idea of De Ligt because he's a right-footed center back. They still need that coverage for Lisandro Martinez just in case. So does that mean that they're foregoing the deal for Brantwaite? Not the case. It looks like once we secure the De Ligt deal, we may continue negotiating with Everton and see if we can come up with a deal, right? Because they feel like, look, we need coverage, and I've seen reports that also, especially Man United are willing to listen to offers for Harry Maguire. So if, for example, if Maguire leaves, they're going to be able to, move things around to get that money that is needed to bring in a player like, for example, like Brantford, because it looks like the way it looks, Brantford may cost us, of course, a little bit more because of that quote unquote English tax. Come on, so definitely we're not completely, forgetting about the deal on the Brantwaite. We may go back for him, but it has to be done if we get some outgoings, right? We need outgoings in order for us to go back in for Brantwaite. Now, so the deal that it looks like the deal that we're gonna give Brantwaite is gonna be 5-year deal, which is okay, decent, and that is that 42 million that I'm seeing here. And of course, this is now Chris Wheeler saying like United will only go back for Brantwaite if we can sell. Of course, we know that. So this is some decent stuff for today, right? And once we secure, of course, the lit deal, next thing is going to be, the Xerxes, right? Xerxes deal could be next thing to come on board for us to work on and bring him in because listen, the way I see Ineos and Dan Ashworth now on board. We saw reports that Dan Ashworth today met the staff at Carrington, coming in, say, look, laying the groundwork, say, hey, this is what we're gonna do, this is how we're gonna execute all these deals. It looks like they want to make sure they bring at least two signings early, like the way they did last season with Onana and what's his name, Onana and number 7 who was hurt. Why can't I remember his name? Wow. Okay, you guys on the comments, let me know. Yeah, but anyway, so we got new signings early, right? My brain froze there for a second. It's been a long day, man. I know you guys can relate. Sometimes your brain just goes like, what? Mason Mount. There you go. Yes. I still got it. Okay, yeah. So that's Ineos is trying to do that. It's trying to bring in early signings. That way, when we go to preseason, which is coming around the corner, what preseason is what next week? I think on after the 14th or something, the players will start reporting, and then soon we'll be getting ready for preseason. So they want at least 2 players on board. They can come here to the United States, and whatever they go to play preseason, you have at least 2 players in, and then continue working on some other deals. That way you can make sure that they offload like Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood, which according to reports that I'm seeing today is United hierarchy. They do not want Greenwood or Sancho to return, for preseason. Like basically, they want to iron out those deals quickly before the players report, right? Because if they, by the time the players are supposed to report back in the team, if the deals they're not done, then these 2 players will be back training, right? Because they are Man United players, right? So they don't want to be put in that situation. They want to iron them out and get them out of the door. So again, we may see things moving quickly, right? So guys, listen, if you're new here, smash that like, man, and hit that subscribe if you're new. All right, I appreciate you being here. So that's what we were looking at today. So the bottom line is, guys, we may be getting that here we go very soon from Fabrizio Romano when it comes to Matthias de Ligt, because the talks are going very well with Bayern Munich. It looks like they're going to be agreeing a fee. Personal terms, they're done. So de Ligt has already, agreed with personal terms with Man United. So he's open. It's just a matter of now United agreeing with Bayern on the fee structure and the add-ons that they're going to add later on, depending on performance and all that. And then, boom, we get the here we go. Next thing, de Ligt holding that Man United shirt. Hey, it will be happy days over here. It will be happy days because at least we'll have a fresh face. I know a lot of us, right? We're sitting there. We're like, okay, all right, Ineos. We see what you're doing, right, Ineos? We see that you're bringing Dan Ashworth. You brought in that director of recruitment, Cavalieri or something, right? You got him in, and then, okay, Jason Wilcox, Barada coming. So, a lot of suits. So a lot of suits are coming in, but we kind of want players, okay? A lot of people are getting kind of, frustrated that, hey, man, listen, it's the 2nd of July. Where are the players, right? People, I know it's hard to be patient, but let's just be patient. And I think for once, we have a team that is leading our recruitment and leading the deals when it comes to bringing players. These people know what they're doing, right? So personally, I'm not worried. Yes, I would like to see a new face coming in ASAP, but I'm not worried because I know whatever the delay that's been happening, these guys know what they're doing, right? The Ineos, Barada, Dan Ashworth, they know what they're doing, and whoever they want to bring in for those players, we know it's going to be like bang for the buck kind of thing, not crazy overpaid players. Hopefully, there's going to be players that they come in, they're young, eager to, play for the shirt, eager to show us, like, look what they're made of, to earn their money, right? And also, yes, we're not going to see immediately next season that everything has changed at Man United. It will take some time, but now we have that structure, man. We have that structure, and which is very important. And Sir Jim had said in one of his interviews that, look, one thing that all these coaches, prior to Ten Hag and everybody that came on board, they came into a team that had no structure. We didn't have a proper sporting director. We didn't have, all these pieces they were missing, right? So success was it was very hard for any of those managers. And some of those managers were very experienced. Mourinho, Louis van Gaal, these are top managers, but they failed because there was no structure. So now we're seeing that structure being built, above the manager, which is, with the Ineos hierarchy, everything getting all lined up, right? We see that Ten Hag is getting his managers to help him out, like the Van Nistelrooy, Hake, people that are going to help him, to get to that next level, right? So we like to see all this, right? Now, also I'm seeing on other reports here, guys, I'm seeing that United, I know some people thought that we were out of the whole Todibo deal, right? Well, apparently, according to this is Graham Bailey, right, of MUFC MPB, I'm seeing that Manchester United have not given up on signing Jean-Claire Todibo, right? There's basically they brought in the lawyers, which we know, the lawyers to kind of, see if they can find a way around this situation with Todibo, right? So again, it's frustrating for some of us who wanted Todibo because we know Todibo is a 24-year-old perfect player for us, and we are not able to sign him because of UEFA pulling this weird regulations preventing us from signing him, right? Which is it's sad. It's sad for us, but we see Man City, they're able to find a way around making deals. Like they brought in Savio, they found a way around it, and they were able to do it, even though they got it from a sister club or some situation like that, right? So, and also just check this out. Another thing that's very frustrating today, right? According to Florian Plettenberg, this is another journalist, is saying it is understood that West Ham now trying to sign Jean-Claire Todibo, but the 24-year-old center back from Nice will become very expensive. All right, first bid, 34 million was rejected, as per L'Equipe, and it was confirmed by West Ham, right? Basically, a new offer is possible as West Ham has not yet left the race for the former top target of Manchester United. So imagine, guys, listen, the player that we wanted, right? Imagine you're going for that, girl or whatever, they reject you, and it's not because you were not able or whatever is going on, it's just a technicality. Now you see this this person going on to somewhere else, whereas you're going to be seeing him performing or her performing on a weekly basis. That is so frustrating. So imagine West Ham gets Todibo, right? He's, now it could be now another thing could be like, okay, he can go to West Ham, but after a few years, whatever, we can go in try to buy him. But of course, now it's going to cost you more because now he's going to be already like Premier League proven. He has all that Premier League experience. So all in all, this thing, hopefully, I really hope these lawyers, they sit in a room, lock themselves up, and figure out a deal to get Todibo to Man United, right? Because that's where he wants to go, man. This kid, he should not be punished because of UEFA rules and regulations, which, really don't pay much attention, right? So, guys, a recap again. In the next few days, not few days, maybe by tomorrow, we may get a here we go for Matthias de Ligt. Again, Brantwaite deal, we may still go back for him if we're able to get outgoings. Maybe if we can sell Maguire, then we may go back for Brunthwaite, because we need that left-footed center back to cover for Lisandro Martinez in case something happened that we need some coverage. So Brunthwaite is still a consideration for us. And again, we said about Todibo here. The lawyers are still working, try to figure if they can do anything. So we shall see. But again, keep an eye on this Matthias de Ligt news. If it breaks, if we hear that, here we go. Your boy Luther right here. I'll be on here to say, yo, we got the one. We got the one. We got one in, right? Which is going to be exciting times. Listen, guys, I appreciate you being here. Smash a like. Hit that subscribe button that way you do not miss any new videos coming out of this channel. This was a quick one, giving you a quick update. I will talk to you in the next one, people. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Peace.